I was fortunate to have a really good mentor on that first property that taught me a lot about air conditioning, and I could change out compressors and all that good stuff back in the 80s. So that made me valuable, and I could move from one property to a bigger property. And so I was kind of hunting that bigger dollar, right? I'd say the first thing I learned right away was becoming a service supervisor at 19 and having, say, painters turnover techs that may have been twice your age at least. You have to develop a thick skin, and you have to get a little streetwise because you have to understand what you're looking for, and that's going to decide whether you're having a battle between two people because your age and your experience is going to come into play immediately. If you're asking someone to do something or coaching them or even having to write them up, in a lot of cases, letting people go that were 35, 40 years old when you're 19, they don't take kindly to that. So really, that's where I first had to realize I had to focus on what the goals were, what the end result was supposed to be, because it really wasn't. It can't be about the person. It can't be about my experience at that time. It had to be about what you're responsible for as a manager or a supervisor. 30, 40 years ago, maintenance supervisors, technicians, we were still a handyman culture, and that's what everyone called you, the handyman. And it wasn't that we weren't. It's just that in more modern society, we're working on much more intricate and complex buildings, right? Assets. And it requires more than just a handyman. And I think we've come into our time where we're a trade amongst ourselves. I think you have to start learning how to. Obviously, there's a lot of soft skills to be added in during the course, and we do that at Greystar too. You know, understand what you're doing there, understanding the big picture that we're serving the client and the residents concurrently. So sometimes there are two different things, but they really should, at the end of the day, be the same thing. So understand where your role fits in there, um, and then start learning the fact that you have a budget. Everything costs money. There has to be an ROI, a return on investment for the client. So, when you're a technician, it's really easy to say if I was a supervisor, I would do this and I would buy more of that and I would do these things. And even the service supervisor oftentimes says that if they're not tied in and helps own the operations budget with the community manager. So understanding that financial part, because there is a middle ground between what you wish you could do and what you can do to operate. Those that aren't really sure what they do but like working with their hands, can we train them ahead of time? So by the time they're 18, by the time they're ready to start a job, have we provided them with something so they don't show up on a property and go, I saw you on an internet and we're looking for a warm body, they're a warm body, and they don't know what that means. I like to prepare them ahead. That's one. Go to the right place where we have individuals that are looking to start their career, but don't have an idea really, what to do with it. Really, today, our demographics really are on the phone more than anything. So having a mobile capability for learning when you can, as you can, is super valuable. So I think the technology and we got a lot of opportunities out there. We got a lot of companies that have met that challenge, and there are challenges to it because there are different modes of training, and everyone learns a little different. So is the training going to be something where you're looking at us like right now, and we're going to take apart a GFI or show you how to wire a GFI and talk about that, or is it going to be a series of quizzes and pictures and things like that. So maintenance has an advantage over a lot of the other technologies that you're mentioning. So that's just what you're commenting about is a lot is in hospitality. So, are you really offering your customer base, which is what everyone kind of has to, at the end of the day, look at what they want, and in a lot of cases, quite a few want to have everything automated and it's the coolest thing and it's in the now, and it certainly is. That's where we're trending these days. It just is part of the culture globally. There's a lot of other ones that don't want to. They want the human. They want to be able to walk up to somebody, ask them a question, appreciate that human interaction. I think that I know that our industry is amazing. It can offer somebody that has no experience but wants to be customer focused, wants to take care of people, has that innate need to fix things that are broken, things that people need, you want to solve for. That's our industry almost every day. So we're looking for those types of people, and we're perfect examples. You can build a career out of it, a really good career, if you're willing to put in the time and the work and have sometimes patience, right?